Get ready for the dictation. Start. Special leave petition criminal number 5464 of 2016 pertains to dishonor of two checks on 27/1/2005 for an amount of rupees 1,70,000. The dispute has remained pending for the past 16 years. Concerned with the large number of cases filed under Section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act 1881 pending at various levels, a division bench of this court consisting of two of us, the Chief Justice of India and L. Nageshwara Rao J, decided to examine the reasons for the delay in disposal of these cases. The registry was directed to register a suo motu writ petition criminal captioned as expeditious trial of cases under section 138 of NI Act 1881. Mr. Siddharth Luthra, learned senior counsel, was appointed as amicus curiae and Mr. K. Parameshwar, learned counsel, was requested to assist him. Notices were issued to the Union of India Registrar Generals of the High Courts, Director Generals of Police of the States and Union Territories, Member Secretary of the National Legal Services Authority, Reserve Bank of India and Indian Banks Association, Mumbai, as the representative of banking institutions. The learned amici curiae submitted a preliminary report on 11/10/2020 which was circulated to all the respondents. On 19/1/2021, the learned amici curiae informed this court that only 14 out of 25 high courts had submitted their responses to the preliminary report. The Reserve Bank of India had also filed its suggestions. 7 Directors General of Police had filed their affidavits putting forward their views to the preliminary report. The parties who had not filed their responses were granted further time and the matter was listed on 24/2/2021 for final disposal. During the course of the hearing, it was felt by a bench of 3 judges consisting of the Chief Justice of India, L. Nageshwara Rao J. and S. Ravindra Bhatt J. that the matter had to be considered by a larger bench in view of the important issues that arose for determination before this court. The reference of the matter to a larger bench was also necessitated due to the submission made by the learned amici curiae that certain judicial pronouncements of this court needed clarification. We have heard learned amici curiae advocates for some states, the learned Solicitor General of India, Mr. Vikramjit Banerjee, learned Additional Solicitor General of India, Mr. Ramesh Babu, advocate for the Reserve Bank of India, and Dr. Lalit Bhasin, advocate for the Indian Banks Association. Chapter 17 inserted in the Act containing sections 138 to 142 came into force on 1/4/1989. Dishonor of checks for insufficiency of funds was made punishable with imprisonment for a term of 1 year or with fine which may extend to twice the amount of the check as per section 138. Section 139 dealt with the presumption in favor of the holder that the check received was for the discharge in whole or in part of any debt or other liability. The defense which may not be allowed in a prosecution under section 138 of the Act is governed by section 140. Section 141 pertains to offences by companies. Section 142 lays down conditions under which cognizance of offences may be taken under Section 138. Over the years, courts were inundated with complaints filed under Section 138 of the Act which could not be decided within a reasonable period and remained pending for a number of years. Stop.